And we're back! Howdy y'all, this is Ethan Bonreal playing Oracle of Ages, and last time we were here, we met the boss of the Crown Dungeon, so let's go ahead and get this done. It's time for our little game. I break apart. If you can force me back together and blow me away, it ends. But before you do, I shall take a bit of your soul. Now begin! Alright, so basically what's going on with this boss. It's actually really neat. I actually really like this boss. It really emphasizes the puzzle nature of Oracle of Ages. And what you have to do with the Cane of Samaria, is basically force him back together, his individual pieces, so that you can damage him. And the room will change. And so this battle actually takes, I believe, like 4 phases. You have to put them together 4 times and then wail on them with your sword once you complete them. This is actually like my 4th attempt of this. I succeed this time again because this is post-commentary. I had to cut the other attempts because they were horrible, and it took me a while to figure out what to do. So I'm munching on a French fry right now. Yeah, this is my successful attempt, I believe. In any case, another interesting thing that took me a while to figure out was actually you can slash at the little puffs of smoke it puffs out, and it will actually destroy them. And you can actually destroy the you can actually attack the individual pieces, and that will hold them in place. And that's a good way to force them to fuse. But yeah, so we're moving on to the 3rd phase here. I do love French fries. This, personally, in my opinion, this one's actually the easiest one. It's really easy to get the things to cooperate and go the way you want. Because in the 4th, and sometimes the 2nd, depending on how it starts, it can be kind of hard to get them where you want them to be. Ooh, a little fucking there. Get them where you want them to be. But in this one, it's pretty easy to get them together. You just have to... Oops, I got confused for a sec there. Alright, jump the gun. You just want them to... You just basically lead one directly to the other, instead of having to, like, mess around with the things. And I get a bit impatient here, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna force them to fuse instead of making it jump over to the next side. There we go. Alright. And I believe this is the last phase. This one's pretty interesting. There are multiple ways to do this. I'm pretty sure I did this in a kind of inefficient way, but you know, whatevs, it's life. I felt like, I don't know what in particular I was thinking, and this was after a long recording session, because I was getting really frustrated with me losing all the goddamn time at this. Even though the little puffs of smoke they puff out don't do that much damage, they really hurt. Well, not really hurt, I mean, they don't do that much damage, but they start hurting once you, LOL. They start hurting once you get hit by a lot of them, and because there are multiple things flying around. Oh, that worked out perfectly. Alright. I believe that's the... Yeah, that's the last one. Perfect, okay. So that was a bit easier than I remember it being for me, but we got the heart container. Alright. So let's go ahead and progress to the next area. I was a bit behind. You got the sacred soil, an essence of time. All that lies, sleeping in the bosom of the earth. That's inappropriate. We'll, know the the nourishing warmth of the sacred soil. Yay, bosoms. Alright, that thing actually kind of doesn't look like a... I don't know what it's supposed to represent. I mean, I know what the thing is called, but it looks kind of weird. Anyway. Mockery voice, so... there we go, okay. Bonreal, I still hear an essence echoing near Rolling Ridge. Huh? I think someone's coming, or something's coming. The hell? What's good? Huh? I was digging a tunnel, and I ended up here. Hey, what are you doing here? Don't you know? Games are the new fad at Rolling Ridge. You should check them out, too. I don't like that Goran voice, but I'm gonna just work with it for now. Alright, so I believe earlier we went in this cave, and we actually couldn't get through it to the other side, but I'm believing this will... Goddammit, fucking bats. link to the other side of the mountain that I believe we actually accessed once in the past. I might be hallucinating that though. In any case, let's go back and forth out of the way. How are y'all doing? Oh, excuse me. I'm actually eating and recording this before I go to bed. It's Sunday, or actually it's Monday at 1:52, and oh god, I'm so glad I didn't fall down there. I almost reflexively jumped, but anyway, it's Monday, 1:52 a.m., and I am planning on waking up around 10 a.m. tomorrow, eating and then helping my friend with doing info tabling and advertising for the group I'm part of. In any case, is that going to be my new verbal tick in any case? Yeah, it probably is. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I studied for my social cognition class, which is pretty legit. I actually really like that class, but luckily that's actually my only class tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna be tired when I wake up, just because. Even though I'm not going to sleep like too late for my schedule, I actually have class at 2. It's still a bit earlier. I tend to need a bit more sleep than I'd like to admit. I tend to need like 10. Even when I sleep regularly, I could 10 hours is kind of pretty. 9 hours is a good healthy number for me for not to feel drowsy in the morning. But in any case, Rothfly said it again. We're moving back to the past. Yay! Okay, so I get a bit confused in this part, and what it amounts to is basically, I'm going to spoil you a bit. We're actually going to have to do some backtracking, because I actually went and forgot to get an item. And by forgot, I mean didn't know, because this is a blind LP. Oh wait, there's a Goron here. Finding treasure is so hard. Will you help me with my Fistin practice? Okay. Don't lie to me. XD. Gorons are so cute. They really are my favorite race. I remember when I was younger, I used to get mad at people. Well, not mad, but I used to get annoyed with people for preferring Zoras, because Zoras are, well, they're more agile and slender and streamlined, and they're like considered more technical fighters. But I personally have a strong preference towards brawlers and people who like do street fighting, I guess in air quotes. I tend to prefer heavy hitters and really big characters. Like in most fighting games I play, I tend to play super heavyweights. Unless there's just something that really reaches out to me for a character. Hello, Archaeology. Let's see where we're going here. Alright then. I'm kind of confused about the Goron faces in this. Like, I expect their mouths to open and do stuff. I do like that they look like emoticons. XD. In any case, I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm gonna be stumbling around here for a bit too, because I have absolutely no idea where the heck I'm going. Necessarily. I mean, I have a general idea. I know that around this part I'm supposed to be... Oh, hey, it's Maple. Around this part I'm supposed to be doing some sort of dancing game, but I don't know exactly how to get to it. And as you noticed, Maple actually upgraded her her mode of transportation to a vacuum cleaner because she stole enough of our stuff. I think I mentioned in a part before that as she gets more rupees and just items that are valuable, she actually upgrades her thing she rides, and like the last upgrade is a flying saucer that moves really quick. Anyway, alright, so I don't even really know what I'm going to do in this part of the video, but again, I do need to go and backtrack and collect some items. In fact, in the next part, I'm probably going to like do a lot of major backtracking, because I also realized that I could have collected an upgrade to our sword by now, but I kind of got distracted from the trading quest. But we're right far enough in the game to go ahead and do that, so that's what I'm planning on doing. So in addition to that, we also need to get another item in order to make that trade with the Goron. Because I didn't point out in the cave, but we actually can only hold 10 bombs right now, and he wants 20 and 20 Ember Seeds. And so we need to go back and get an upgrade for our bomb sack. XD bomb sack. So, yeah. Anyway, as far as my weekend went, it was my mother's birthday this past week, and I'm so glad my dad reminded me it was her birthday, because she would have probably fucking raged so hard, which is understandable, I mean, from her point of view, but that would have just been very inconvenient for my life. And I told her happy birthday and all that shit. And we were supposed to go to eat together this weekend. I fucked up the blocks. Anyway, we're supposed to go out to eat together this weekend, but my parents pushed it back because I think they were just tired or whatever and they had work stuff to do. And I'm fine with that. I mean, I had stuff to do this weekend too. And by stuff to do, I mean studying and sleeping, but whatevs. That's something I feel a bit guilty about too sometimes. One of the things that's made me kind of insecure when I've been, like, I guess talking to or interested in people is that of the two guys I've talked to, or two of the guys I've talked to or been interested in who've had jobs in addition to being full-time students, and it's kind of made me feel insecure a little bit about not necessarily having the same amount of stress that they do. In fact, that's something I've been kind of very insecure about in the past, is because I think with the past, or rather the first one, I felt kind of like a kid in comparison to him, because he was also a bit older than me too. And even though people sometimes tell me I'm mature, I mean, I don't necessarily. Actually, I do view myself as mature. That's not true at all. I haven't been a child since I was 12, but I just haven't had this. I fully acknowledge, even though I guess I try to act really tough sometimes, that I am in fact, I live a fairly privileged life. I've had a lot of good things in my life, and I don't have a lot of really major, very stressful things going on in my life, or responsibilities rather. Goddamn it. Whenever I equip the Harp of Ages, I tend to accidentally push the button for it. I don't know why. I think it's because I end up reassigning it from my B button to my, or my sword from that button to the A button whenever I do that. And so we're getting pretty close to the end of the video, but I'll just try to finish this conversation. This compressor again. And it's pretty interesting too, because I tend to be, I guess, I don't know, maturity is really attractive to me, and by maturity, I mean there are multiple ways to be mature, but maturity for me, in terms of being reliable and kind of stable. In fact, I'm probably just going to go on a tangent and mention that. Yeah, well, I have a wide range of things I'm physically attracted to. One of the things I'm most attracted to, like, in a person that, like, really, really, gets me is, I find guys who, actually I can make a list. Being very affectionate to children is extremely attractive to me. Being able to be confident and rigid, but at the same time being able to be soft. Well, not soft, but being able to show kindness, or not being afraid to show kindness or intimacy to the people you care about. And I'm gonna tell you more later, because it's time to cut this video. Alright, I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one. Peace. XD.